Yo, what's going on, and welcome back to another video here on the Funko Fiend YouTube channel. Today, since I'm wearing the shirt, I decided I'm going to show you guys all of my Fantastic Four Funko Pops I have in my collection. A lot of them are from Fantastic Four First Steps, which I thought was awesome. So much so that I ordered all the Funko Pops from it. And pretty much all my Fantastic Four Funko Pops are all on my Fantastic Four shelf together, which I think looks pretty sick, but I'm going to show you guys all of them like up close and more in detail. Alright, but enough of me yapping, let's just get into it. Alright, but to start us off, we have the Funko Pops from Fantastic Four First Steps. This one is Mr. Fantastic, obviously. I thought it was really cool in the movie. I thought Pedro Pascal did a good job of portraying him. My only complaint, like a lot of other people's, we didn't see his powers enough in the movie. Whenever we did see his powers, it was pretty cool, but I don't know, his powers just wasn't used enough. And obviously when Galactus was like stretching him out, oh, pause. When Galactus was stretching him, he wasn't going that far, but I don't know. I still think it's a really cool Funko Pop. Next up, we have his wife and son. We have Invisible Woman Sue Storm, and also little Franklin Richards. I think he looks so cute and tiny, but I'm glad we got a little glimpse of his powers when he actually literally revived her, but I can't wait to see what he does in the MCU. But also, Sue Storm was awesome in the movie. I thought she was really powerful and cool. Whenever she used her powers, it was really sick. And she was just so badass when she was fighting Galactus, so I don't know. These are really cool. Next up, we got Uncle Johnny, aka the Human Torch. And this might be my favorite Funko Pop from the entire movie. I just think it looks so sick. And also, the Human Torch is one of my favorite members of the Fantastic Four, so I might be a little biased, but I don't know. I just think the details are so sick. Like, you can see the four on his suit and all the flames around him look pretty dope. I wish it was glow in the dark. That would have made it so much better, but even as it is, like, it just looks so cool. But here's the thing. I thought he was pretty cool in the movie. Whenever he was using his powers, it was pretty cool, but I honestly wish he could have been used more. Like, I feel like Reed and Sue obviously had their stuff going on with Galactus and obviously Franklin. Johnny had his stuff going on with Shalabal, Silver Surfer. The Thing didn't really have that much going on. Like, he was, I guess, like pals with Herbie, but that wasn't really much of a storyline in the movie. So I don't know, I feel like he could have been in the movie more. But speaking of Herbie, we also have the Herbie Funko Pop from the movie. I think he looks so cute. We got a cute little robot Herbie. This one's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which I think is pretty sick. We also, if you could take it out of the box, you can see that it says Herbie on the back of his head like that, which I think is a pretty cool detail that in-box collectors probably wouldn't see, because if you don't take him out of the box, you can't really see the back of his head like that, but I think Herbie's dope. Another one from First Steps, we have Shalabal, the Silver Surfer. I think this one looks so dope. I also think she was really sick in the movie, like whenever she was actually surfing and using her surfboard like a surfer. I thought it was really sick. She was surfing on the lava, the sand, even the black hole. Like whenever she had scenes in the movie, I thought she was really dope. Like even when she was like destroying those towers and stuff, she was going so fast. Like she came out of nowhere. So I thought she was really cool in the movie. And then the last Funko Pop that I have from First Steps before we move on to my other ones is this 6-inch Galactus Funko Pop. I think this one is really sick. It was the most recent addition to my Fantastic Four shelf. I'm really glad they made it a 6-inch Funko Pop. They honestly could have made it like a 10-inch Funko Pop, because Galactus is supposed to be huge. So honestly, making him a 10-inch would have been cool. But actually, I guess they do already have the blacklight one where he was holding Silver Surfer. And they also do have a 4-inch Funko Pop of Galactus, so I guess they did need a 6-inch one. So I'm not complaining. I think it looks sick. Galactus was also pretty sick in the movie, so that's kind of why I got it. But I think this one's pretty dope. You can see the back of it like that. I think his armor is pretty detailed and just a big Funko Pop. It's kind of hurting my arm how heavy it is. All right, but also on my Fantastic Four shelf, I have this Dr. Doom Funko Pop. I can't wait to see Doomsday and see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom. Got a little glimpse in the post-credit scene of Fantastic Four First Steps, obviously, but didn't really get to see much of him. We just saw Franklin kind of touching his face and looking at him, which kind of does like show a little bit, but I don't know. I cannot wait for Doomsday. All right, but then I also have this Funko Pop version of Mr. Fantastic. I like this one better, honestly, just because you can see his powers more, like his stretchy powers are used like on his chest, his arms, his hands. I don't know. This one's pretty sick. I like this Reed Richards a lot. We also have this version of Sue Storm. This one's a lot more basic than the other one. I like the other one better because like you can actually see her hands are invisible. This one you can clearly see her hands are just like invisible balls, little force fields, but I still think it's a sick Funko Pop. Here's the thing, and also the Collector's exclusive Human Torch Funko Pop. I also forgot to mention that other Mr. Fantastic was also a Collector's exclusive. This one though is glow in the dark, so I think it is pretty sick. Because like in terms of detail, I think the new one from Fantastic Four First Steps is better, but since the one on the right is glow in the dark, I don't know. Wouldn't it be my favorite? Actually, you guys let me know in the comments. Do you guys like the new versions of the Funko Pops better from First Steps, or the old versions of Funko Pops for the Fantastic Four? Let me know. All right, but then we also have a classic version of the Silver Surfer Funko Pop. I think it's pretty sick. I honestly like the old Fantastic Four movies, and also Silver Surfer in those movies is pretty cool, so I really like this one. Also on that shelf, we have the Super Skrull Funko Pop, which I think is pretty cool. I can see all the Fantastic Four's powers. You can see his arm stretching right here, his hand's on fire, the Thing's hand, and also Invisible Woman's leg. I think it's pretty cool how it shows all four of their powers like that. Then we also have two more Funko Pops of the Human Torch. This is the 80 years version, and this is a specialty series one where his hands are glow in the dark. I think both of them are really sick. Those are all the Funko Pops on my Fantastic Four shelf, but also on my Venomized shelf. I have this metallic Venomized thing Funko Pop. This one's definitely one of my favorites. I just love how sick this looks. And then also on that shelf is this Venomized Invisible Woman, which is also really sick. Sadly, I don't have Venomized Mr. Fantastic. I do have Venomized Human Torch coming on the way. I just bought it off of Whatnot, so whenever it gets here, I'll post an unboxing video for that. But for now, these are all the ones I have. All right, but those are all the Fantastic Four Funko Pops I have in my collection. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys next time.